Alright, so we're going to say 3, 2, 1. Ready?
3,
3,
2.
2.
This is
1.
awful. Wait, do it again. Ready? 6. This is the timing we go. 3, 2, 1. No one.
Wait, what?
Come on.
Troy. This
Troy.
is not working.
Okay, wait. Let's just all say go at the same time. One person count down. Go 3, 2, 1, and then we all say go. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Go.
Troy
What the
was
hell,
so
Troy?
late.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Perfect.
All right, Devon. Please.
Welcome. Oh, well, I was just going to go for it, 7.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
I always screw this up. It's always with the alphabetical thing or... Yeah, okay, go.
is it alphabetical? Okay.
No.
Welcome.
just go.
Oh, 7. It was going to go so badly. And quiet. Welcome to Off the Chain. I'm Devon, and there's Stefan and Troy. I almost forgot your guys' names.
Oh, thank you.
Should I start that again?
Nope, we're keeping that one.
No.
See, Chris is already a better guest than I am.
No, that's not true.
Thank you.
So yeah, as you can tell, we have another guest, seeing as how Jeremy is away in Europe, doing French things in southern France.
Is he even in
French
France?
people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's talking about...
I forget what the last snap I got from him was.
The last snap I got from him was a French woman exited the apartment and started talking to him in French. And I guess he just froze like a deer in the headlights because he didn't know what to say.
That would probably happen, yes.
The last snap I got from him was a picture of a sandwich with brie and walnuts in it.
Oh, it was a baguette, right? A baguette.
I think I got a
brie.
food snap at one point too, but I wasn't too sure. It just looked European.
That looks so good. It was very European looking, yes.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys getting a guest every single week that he's away?
Oh yeah, while he's away, yeah.
Yeah.
Stefan, how are you though? I haven't talked to you for a really long time.
Yeah, no kidding. So I guess since I've seen you last, my week has been very long. It's been a long week. So long. No, but actually, so recently I joined karate.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's been very great. I just ordered my gi online, which is that traditional white suit that you see karate people wearing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And recently they had like a test for people to pass to the next belt. Mm-hmm. So
what belt color did you start with?
You start with white.
Okay, that makes sense actually. And then
so the way somebody explained it to me is white is always first, black is always last, and brown is always the one before black. And then the colors in the middle tend to change between schools. Or they're not always the same.
Okay.
So they had a karate ceremony just for the people who passed to the next belt. And I kid you not, they were actually punching bricks to break them.
So it's not just in movies.
No, right?
Can you do that yet?
No, I am still white belt, dude. I know 2 forms. That's it.
God, I can't wait for the story about you trying to punch a plank of wood or like a brick. Oh my
god, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it probably does. It's a plank of wood.
Well, no, it's not wood.
Or concrete.
Well, okay, It's not concrete either. It's clay, right? So it's those tiles that you put on roofs.
Yeah, okay.
And this one guy actually stacked 7 on top of each other. And he punched it, and they all broke. I was impressed.
Wow, I really didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Punching seems like it would be less painful than like the karate chop.
I don't know. I feel like with punching, you've got a little bit more surface area of your fist, and then karate chop, that's thin. That's hand to play, I guess.
Well, yeah, the karate chop area has more flesh in there, whereas the punch, you're just using your knuckles, right? I think there are less nerves in there, so yeah, it would probably hurt less. to punch.
Yeah. And I mean, you have more surface area, so more space to, like, absorb the shock.
Yeah, but...
With the karate chop?
No, with the punch.
Yeah, I was like, the karate chop, that's a
Yeah.
very thin line that you're hitting.
But more surface area also means that you're concentrating the force, or it's less concentration, so it's a more dilute force, right? So it might be harder to break
Or else
it
you'd
that
have to,
way.
you'd punch
Think
harder.
of how much more stable your fist is versus an open hand hitting something. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I have weak wrists, though. I learned that playing squash, so it gets really difficult holding a racket all the time.
Did Jeremy get you into squash?
Well, I tried squash a little while back, because my family really likes playing squash. And then, yes, Jeremy peer pressured me. No, he actually did. But he was playing squash a lot, so we played a few times, and I realized I have really weak wrists. But
Yeah, Jeremy tends to do that. He tends to pressure people into things.
Yeah.
Like forcing someone to eat a ghost pepper.
It was more so that he doubted it that, because we were playing, actually, Steph and I and Troy, actually, you both know my coworker Larry.
Larry, yes.
Yes,
I don't know
so
if I know Larry.
Jeremy had no faith that I could play Larry, so then I had to make sure I could play Larry. Yeah.
Larry and I did the 400 together, the Red Bull 400.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I better practice up some squash because we're doing a full match. And so.
Because your wrists are weak?
No. Because
So here's the plan. Keep playing squash until your wrists become strong, and then punch through 7 clay tiles.
and then I'll know I made it.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't practice karate or anything to be able to punch through
Yeah,
7
practice
clay
squash
tiles.
because
Play
that seems
squash.
applicable. Yeah.
Wait. Here's an even better idea. Practice punching the clay tiles first, and then your wrists will become strong if they don't break.
I was like, I'm gonna break
and
my
then
wrist.
play Larry and squash, and you'll destroy him because your wrists will be thicker than your thighs.
No. You don't want to. Whoa. You don't want to punch. Punching you won't get train your wrist.
I also don't want wrists thicker than my thighs.
Oh, okay.
That was like
Just
might be a little hard getting shirts on.
imagine your forearm just the regular size, and then right when it reaches your wrist, it's just
be
like
Popeye.
like a big donut thing. Yeah, like
my
make
gosh,
sure you eat your spinach.
That was the funniest thing I've heard. Oh man.
That was the funniest thing. What about rubbing stuff on Troy, which is what Jeremy wants
What?
to do at like
I was like,
odd hours
excuse
in
me?
the morning.
Oh yes. I heckled him about that one a little bit. I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty funny.
throwback.
Yeah.
Okay, also another thing that happened this week, Troy,
Mm-hmm.
300 yen crepes were back.
What are 300
Oh my
yen
God.
Mail
crepes?
me some.
Right? So I owe you some. Yeah, I'm just going to send that in the mail. They might be a little soggy by the time they reach you, but
Crepe's a crepe.
yeah, if I expedite that package, it'll probably reach you without getting moldy.
Gross.
So Devin, do you want a 300 yen crepe?
I was hoping that you were going to explain what these amazing 300 yen crepes are.
Yeah, so it's just a crepe for 300 yens.
What's give me what is a yen equivalent to? How
So,
many yens to a Canadian dollar?
100 yen is about $1 American dollar,
Okay.
which is about 83 Canadian cents, I guess.
Yeah, that's a nice
If you're
crepe.
just rounding, just take off 2 decimals basically.
Was it a salty
Yeah,
crepe
but-
or was it a sweet crepe?
Nah, you can choose whatever you want. Like, it's 300 yens of anything in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
My goodness.
And
So
usually their menus are 50 different types of crepes.
They are very
And
fancy
they're all
crepes.
300 yen.
That definitely sounds worth
You can
it.
get mango crepes, like a custard banana chocolate crepe, like a chocolate and whipped cream crepe. The tropical one, which was kiwi and mango.
I haven't eaten after work
coconut.
yet, and that sounds all very good. And I'm getting hungry.
Oh,
Or
I'm
even
sorry.
classic the cheesecake crepes where they just put a slice of cheesecake in it.
What?
Yeah.
So good.
Wait, that's actually a
I
thing.
love
Yeah.
crepes.
Yeah. They just stick the
A slab of
cheesecake slice
cheesecake
in there.
or cheesecake in the crepe?
Yeah.
You should
It's
see
it's
the
like
crepes
it's a
here.
thin
They're
slice
hardcore.
so that
Yeah,
it can roll
that
up,
does
but
sound like yeah, was it kind of cool to see each other in Japan? So somewhere different and hang out?
it was
No.
awesome.
What?
Yeah, no, because you said kinda cool. No. It was more than kinda cool.
Oh, I'm
Troy said
glad.
it.
That's
It was
awesome. Yeah.
You recently posted pictures on Facebook, and it just reminded me of my time in Japan, and I want to go back already.
Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten to your pictures yet.
Troy, there was a really sweet deal, another flight deal for, I think, in June, I believe, to go to Japan again.
They're so cheap.
Yeah.
Ah, so Devon, you coming?
Yeah. Honestly, I really would. I was looking at work, trying to figure out, oh, I guess I wasn't at work. No, I was at work. But I was looking at flights because I really wanted to see the cheap flights, and I saw one for Japan, and it looks awesome. Definitely.
What flights are you looking for?
Oh, no.
Where are you going?
We were just looking at flights because our work shuts down for 2 weeks, and we thought it'd be pretty funny to randomly book a flight, but realized that I probably should start planning for the fall and not go anywhere.
Oh, you can plan anywhere. So get the flight, and you can plan when you're there.
But that is very true, actually. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, we'll see what pops up.
I think you should seize this opportunity. So you're looking for anywhere to go then.
Potentially.
I see the flights in June.
Japan would be pretty fun. My sister actually just came back from Japan. Well, no, I guess not just came back. She came back, or she went there last year, and she loved it. So it does look cool. It's on my list. It's on my list for sure.
That makes you sound immortal or something. My sister just came back, a year ago.
I know. I thought about that. I was like, oh gosh, my timelines are really off. A year's gone by really fast. I feel like time flies.
Yeah, it has.
I hear that Thailand is an excellent place to go, especially if you want some cheap suits, but very high quality cheap suits. Or there's a really big banana that you can get there, but apparently you can only get them in a box of bananas. So you're going to have to buy an entire bundle of bananas with your fancy suits.
That's my dream. A box of bananas and a cheap suit.
Wait.
Oh my goodness.
No. These are giant bananas.
Do you get a complimentary suit for buying a box of bananas?
No, you have to see... The currency there is bananas, so once you obtain the bananas, then you have to use the bananas to buy the suit.
This sounds particularly third world.
Yeah. It's like, where am I traveling? Holy.
Yeah, no, I made that last part up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so part of this long week that you haven't seen me, remember how Jeremy and I used to make rice?
Yes, and
Back
you
in
didn't
Victoria?
believe the finger in the water thing.
Right. Well, no, it was mostly the washing thing, because you were like, you have to wash your rice. And Jeremy
Yes,
and
I
were
did
like,
say.
You don't have to wash your rice. That's bogus. Yeah, so now that I'm in Japan and I've seen the Japanese people do it, I now wash my rice. So, Devon, you were right.
Yeah. You know what? I thought I was waiting for that moment, and I was like, was I right? Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
so
totally
glad
right.
that you didn't, you believe my Asian roots here.
You always have to wash your rice.
I can't believe you even doubted that. That hurts.
Now I have two Canadian Asians telling me, you have to wash your rice. Confucius
I didn't
say.
even know you guys didn't even wash your rice until you brought it up on the pod.
Yeah, we did talk about this already. Okay. Yeah, because...
Wait, Stefan, do you use the finger line trick yet? Or do you see other people using that trick?
No, they have like markings on the inside of the rice cooker. So depending on how many scoops of rice you put, that's how much water you put in.
You know what? I bet they probably can eyeball it.
People who make enough rice probably just know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
really.
I feel like my grandma just eyeballs it. I know it always tastes good.
Yeah, so when you told us to wash our rice,
you were doubtful.
I always thought, once or twice, rinse it once or twice, good. No, you have to rinse it maybe 5 times.
You want that water to be clear.
Right? Yeah.
It out.
So
yeah, that is the way to go.
It makes it perfectly fluffy and just, the texture is so much better when you do that.
You know what? I'm glad in this very long week that I've talked to you last, I'm glad that's what you learned. That I was telling you the truth.
Yeah, that you were right. And yeah. So, Troy, how's your week been?
My week. God, I wasn't even thinking about my week. I donated blood the other day.
Oh, wow. It's not what I was expecting you to say right there.
Yeah, on Monday I went in, signed up, and donated blood, and it was a cool experience. I got a piece of cake at the end.
Oh yeah, because they
So
always
you're
give
not
you a man,
squeamish with noodles?
Yeah.
I said noodles. I meant noodles.
Noodles. I'll just accepted noodles as well. But I was so exhausted, for the rest of the day and the following day.
Really?
I felt so tired. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister donates blood regularly, and it's the same thing for her. But also, she did a blood test, and apparently, I think it's her red blood cells are really low, like dangerously low. I might be getting this wrong though.
She
but
donates regularly?
Yeah, so she was donating regularly before she had this lab, and then in the lab they tested her blood, and I can't remember what it is, but something is extremely low, like low enough that you should see a doctor. And I think it's just her blood sugar. And so the lab instructors were like, you should see a doctor. And so she's been to the doctor, but apparently this is just normal for her, because each time she's done this lab and each time they tell her, like, you need to see a doctor, she's like, yeah, no, this happens all the time.
Interesting.
I'll probably start donating regularly.
They call you a lot, I feel like, because we always get calls.
I don't know what my blood type is yet, though, so we'll see.
That's a really good thing to ask when you're there.
Well, they won't know until
maybe the
test my
next
blood
time
and
you go
stuff.
in. I feel like that's a really good ad. It's in you to give. That's effective. That's
It's
very
in you to
effective.
give. Yeah.
That's not what my blood's in me for. My blood's in me to circulate nutrients and oxygen.
Yeah.
It's in you to live.
No, but I agree, it is a pretty good slogan.
It's a good slogan, yeah. It's pretty much the only irregular thing I've done. I can sign up for my classes tomorrow for this fall semester. You know, remember to do that.
Are you going... Oh yeah, because how long did you take your break? I just had to kind of register how long it's been since I've talked to you last.
A really long week.
It's been a very long week, yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of in school in the winter semester from like January to whatever, but it was only in the one class, and then I didn't even finish that class because I went to Japan. And then I've just had this really long break. But I'll be taking some summer classes to get caught up. I'm taking 2 summer classes to get caught up because I took the winter semester off basically to go to Japan. And then it'll be into the fall semester.
I think that's a very worth it break.
Yeah. Definitely needed because I was getting really tired of school.
Yeah, well, that's good, because I was about to say I feel like a bad influence. I feel like Kenny, but now I don't. Now that it was a needed break.
No. I still got a ways to go, though. I still got like 2 or 3 years just because I'm going through at a slower pace than what's intended.
Yeah, I did the same thing because of swimming. But actually, I think we should probably explain that Kenny reference.
To
me? Or just in general?
Just in general.
I was like, I feel like I've actually heard about Kenny a few times.
So I have a friend, Kenny. He's, I've known him since grade 1, so like 15 years ago, 14 years ago. And every time he came over, he would eat all my candy, all the junk food in our house, and whenever my dad would see him, he'd say, "Oh, it's the bad influence again." For like the longest time, for like years. And he still does it like from time to time whenever he sees Kenny.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Troy's dad is this Chinese Malaysian who immigrated to Canada. And so he has this interesting way of speaking. And he has this accent too. So he's always like, oh,
it's like this weird, like, trolley way of speaking.
There's Kenny, the bad influence.
And they're like, what's kicking bad influence?
What's kicking?
What's up, bad influence?
This is also the guy who gave us such valuable information as, just because there's a goalie in net doesn't mean you can't score.
Terrible dating advice.
What a solid guy.
Right.
My dad gives some solid advice.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just so much funnier that he's Chinese. I don't know why, but it makes it funnier.
Is it funny, Stefan?
Yeah.
No,
so, Devon,
funny.
how's your week been?
My week has been pretty good. I don't know if you follow the weather forecast here, but it was amazing on the weekend, the weather-wise.
Mm-hmm. It was about 10 degrees too hot.
It was pretty hot, actually. And then it got really stormy yesterday.
It was very windy yesterday. It was like 60 kilometer.
I think it was higher than that. It was, yeah. Trees were blown over for sure, and power was going out, so. But I feel like the nice weather
sunny.
makes every day a good day.
So did you guys know that actually the trees weren't being blown over by the wind? The trees, they move, and they're the ones that push the wind. They're the ones making the wind. This is what my mom used to believe. I can't
Yeah.
wait to be, I can't wait to be an uncle or something and just to tell these stories to kids. It's going to be
That's
great.
the trolliest advice.
Yeah.
My dad used to always do that. He, like, if you swallowed a seed or something from an apple, he's
Yeah.
always like, oh, man,
Don't
that
eat-
apple tree's
don't
going to
eat
be
the
growing from
watermelon
you.
pits.
Yeah.
So, what other kind of advice would you guys give to your kids? Or to your cousins or, or I don't know, your nieces
What
and
kind
nephews?
of trolley advice I'd give them?
Like Troy, one of your bucket list goals was to be a trolley grandfather.
Yeah.
Your
I
grandfather
I could see
troll.
all three of you guys doing that to whatever grandkids or children you have. You'll be those dads.
I don't know if I can think of anything right away. It'd probably just be stuff in the moment. I'll see them doing something. I'll just make up something stupid and
Yeah.
ready to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Devon, do you have any?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm the same as Troy, where I can't really think of any that I like hold on to as being the truth, but not actually. I think the apple seed tree one is classic, but that's
Yeah,
just
like
my dad
other
did
than
that.
like the classics that most people already know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
mostly with eating things.
Yeah, mostly with
Or like if you make a funny face and then sneeze, your face will freeze like that.
yeah, that's classic.
All right, so Devon, is that all for your week? Just that it was nice weather. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a really long week since we've seen each other.
Oh,
so.
how about this? Well, yesterday I was really motivated because of the nice weather on the weekend to bike to work. But at my work, the windows are slightly tinted, so you never really know what the weather is like outside. And so I was all excited. I biked to work, felt good, and then I left, and we had that windstorm. And in that, I just it was so sad. I realized that it was such a bad idea.
Were you biking?
Yeah, it was the first day I
Were you
biked.
biking into the wind?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Were you biking into the wind?
You know what? I just felt like a little leaf getting blown, and I feel like everyone was just like, that poor girl.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely do that. I mean, I see people biking up a hill, and I'm like, oh, you poor soul. Because I biked to school for so long, like a year and a half or something. But, once you practice and get your wrists strengthened up, then you can just pedal with your hands or something, and people won't feel so bad about you.
Yeah, when I have like wrists the size of my thighs, I
Get
think
like
that'll
another
be
set
great.
of pedals.
Yeah.
That'll be my goal. First thing I do, find some wind and pedal into it.
You know, Stefan, every time I think of someone biking up a hill, I just picture the hills in San Francisco and people who bike around that city.
Oh, yeah.
Because San Francisco is basically just a city on a giant hill. That's what it is.
Wait, you guys went to Knott's Berry,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm actually gonna go to Knott's Berry this
Yes.
summer. So I am going away somewhere. We're going to Disneyland.
What, you're going to
and-
Knott's Berry?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
Knott's Berry?
So we're going to Disneyland, and then we're
Ooh.
heading to Knott's Berry for a day, I think, and then Six Flags.
I really enjoyed Knott's Berry. It was...
Yeah.
It was top notch.
Wait, you guys did the Ghost Rider, right? I feel like that was the ride I told you guys you had to do. Was the Ghost Rider.
What was
What one was
what?
that?
That was the wooden roller coaster one.
Oh, yeah. The wooden one.
That was
That was-
surprising.
All of the rides were fantastic. The wooden one was particularly good.
I know, right? That was definitely my favorite one. My sister and her husband absolutely hated that one. They thought
Why?
it like kind of shaked their brains around too much, but I thought it was awesome.
What a bunch of pansies.
That, you know what, that is a pansy example.
Wooden roller coasters, I find, are either like hit and miss. They're either like way too rickety and they just throw you around everywhere. Or
Yeah,
they're like
the one,
just
because you're not
enough
strapped
rickety.
in normally. There's normally just a bar, a
Yeah.
single bar, and then you're bouncing up and down in the seat.
Yeah, and then like the track is usually just bumpy as well because
Mhm.
it's all.
Oh yeah, I would like to say in my defense here, it's not that I am a pansy, because I know that Jeremy claims that I'm a pansy, but I decided I had to think about what's the difference between Jeremy's pansiness and mine, and I can't
Okay,
help,
so this is the perfect
like,
transition.
yeah, this is the perfect
Alright,
transition, because I cannot help that I'm allergic to very cold weather. That's just a natural, like, I have no control. It's an involuntary
Wait, what?
reaction. Yeah,
Allergic
sometimes.
to very cold
Okay, it's not
weather.
like
Devin,
it's not allergic to cold weather.
Don't
It's
start with that. You don't.
okay. Maybe I should
This is
start
not
with that.
helping the case.
So
Okay.
when I go into really cold weather, and this has only been something that happened recently, but my toes swell up like quite a bit, and then they stay swollen for a few days. But it's not like I can say, "Oh, don't swell up," like it happens.
Are they as thick as your thighs?
No, not as big as that. No, but they do swell up.
This is actually something Jeremy brought up, was that he doesn't care if it's something you can't help, like an allergy or something.
But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I actually cannot choose not to be a pansy or sensitive to those things.
I've never heard of anyone allergic to
Okay, I don't think it's an allergy. It's just a reaction. A reaction to the cold. A little different.
Oh gosh, now that you've prefaced this with that, I don't know how much we can convince people that Jeremy is a pansy.
Okay, no, so I had to think about this, because I was like, oh, I gotta defend myself here.
I can't think of anything right now that Jeremy's done that puts him as a pansy.
Well, here's the thing, this is what I was thinking of, and I'm worried saying this because I feel like Jeremy he takes revenge to, like, a different level. And I feel like, Stefan, you can vouch for that.
I'd agree.
Because if you prank him, he will prank you 10 times worse.
Yes.
Like, I fully recall, and it's terrifying. So I don't want to say too much, because I feel like I'll come right back at me.
Yeah, because his retaliations are disproportional.
They are disproportional. It freaks me out.
So I remember, what was it that I did? There was, the seasonal yeast. So Jeremy bought some seasonal yeast.
Which is super good.
Because, I don't know, somebody at the Kinese department was eating it on their salad or something, and Jeremy was like, oh, what's that? And he's like, oh, seasonal yeast, and has all these health benefits. So Jeremy's like, all right, I'm gonna try it. And he bought it, and immediately regretted his decision as soon as he tried it.
I'm a little sad you guys don't like it.
Like, yeah, I don't know, I don't mind it, but it doesn't really add anything good to the food, so
Stephanie, you should try it on popcorn. I feel like that's something.
But I don't really like popcorn. See,
what? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's the
I don't
texture.
really like popcorn either.
What, you both don't? Oh my goodness!
It gets stuck in your teeth or in the back of your
throat.
throat.
I don't like the kernels. Yeah. It doesn't really taste like anything. You might as well just eat the seasoning you put on it.
Oh, you guys don't know how to eat popcorn, clearly.
Yeah, I'm allergic to eating popcorn, but not like allergic like that. I'm like allergic the way that
I'm
you're
allergic to the act
weather.
of eating popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
No. That is not the same thing.
Wait. Let's hold this goal in mind. We're not here to say that Devon's a pansy. This is all about Jeremy. Okay, so we're gonna back off here.
Okay, so here, what I was saying is I was a little nervous to make a list, and then I realized, just like Troy, it's actually very hard to make a list, because I don't know if there's exactly a thing, but I feel like we can all agree. You just, you feel the need to call Jeremy a pansy. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Jeremy has this tendency he won't want to do something until, you call him out, and then he'll purposely go and do it.
But this is the thing. He always claims that he will do anything, but then I realize that he also has this strong reason that, if he doesn't want to do something, that he's not going to do anything he doesn't want to. So then he doesn't ever have to do anything that I don't know. It's a weird mindset. You can't win with that. But anyways, I did make a small list because I thought I should have some things in my defense of why I think Jeremy...
excellent. Okay, well, I'll finish my story about the seasonal yeast first, right? So,
oh, yes, sorry.
He doesn't want the seasonal yeast anymore, so it's sitting in our cupboard, just taking up space. And one night, he makes a bagel with peanut butter, which he used to eat quite often. It was a very easy snack. You know, when we're swimmers, that's what we need. We need high calorie, easy snacks.
And when you don't like to eat?
Oh, we love to eat. It's just having to prepare so much food can get tiresome. Anyways, I thought, it'd be a good idea to, let him eat some more of that seasonal yeast that he bought, just to eat. So I sprinkled the tiniest bit on one little bite-sized portion of his bagel onto the peanut butter. And, I can't remember what Jeremy did, but he flipped and that's what it was, because he took his bagel and he threw it at me, peanut butter side onto my shirt. It was just, and so this bagel, this ring of peanut butter is stuck to me, and I was like, that was kind of a disproportionate, he could have just eaten around that one bite-sized bit of seasonal yeast, but no, he throws the bagel at me. And I was like, by this point in time, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired of Jeremy taking things so far. So I uncap the seasonal yeast and just dump it all over him.
This is an unhealthy relationship, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Unhealthy friendship. Oh my god.
Horrible.
Wait, wasn't his revenge, though, the Oreo ghost peppers? Or was that for a different thing? Like when
That
you put it
wasn't
in
even
your
revenge.
Oreos?
That was just him being a troll. Well, like a... What do you call it? A prankster. He was being a prankster. He was being a little punk.
A punk. That's fitting. So yes, I have this list, and they're very tame things because, well, I'm a little worried. So here we go. The first thing, the first time I realized that Jeremy was a pansy. I feel like I'm going to do a monologue here. He can't. So I learned that he can't touch the gills of fish. Did you know that?
No, I didn't actually know that.
Wait, what? Yeah, I didn't know that either. Why?
All I know is he won't, like, we went fishing once, and he wouldn't put his fingers, because we were trying to take a picture holding up the fish, and he couldn't put his fingers, like, under the gills so that he could hold the fish up vertically. So he held it with two hands, kind of like you're cradling a baby, horizontally, because he wouldn't touch the gills. Yeah. I thought you guys might
That's
enjoy
so
that one.
bizarre because he, like, his family fishes or whatever. Like, they own a boat for fishing.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have told that story then.
This
Sorry, Jeremy.
this is pretty good. This is good stuff. This is not tame. Continue, please.
Yeah, this is why you asked me to do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually fearful right now.
Well, I would say I would protect you, but I'm kind of all the way in Japan, so... Troy.
Yeah, Stefan...
Don't worry. Jeremy's in Europe. He can't do anything.
Also, don't worry. Jeremy's a pansy. He won't do anything. Except for take things too far in retaliation.
Stefan, I remember that time where we thought it'd be hilarious if you spooned Jeremy when he didn't realize so you could cuddle. Do you remember that?
Yes, because he wouldn't... Okay, this is another reason why he was a pansy. He would not hug me. All I wanted was just a hug. He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't? That's so sad. Friends for so long and not even one hug.
I remember I was saying goodbye to him one time. I think I was going to Grand Prairie, back home. And I went in for the hug. And he just wraps the one arm around me and kind of goes for that Christian side hug, you know? Or I guess in his case, the manly side hug.
The bro hug.
Yeah, the bro hug. There we go. Yeah, and so there's me, like, clinging to him with both arms, and he's just got his one arm around me, kind of turned to the side. Now, granted, after I called him out on it, like, saying he was a pansy, he has hugged me, so...
Oh, so
there we go.
But I remember we had this second where we realized that if that prank or that kind of joke pulled off where you got to cuddle him, the retaliation would be so scary for you.
Yeah, that would be a lot of peanut butter on my shirt.
Maybe he'd rub something slimy on you while you're sleeping.
The peanut butter. And then sprinkle some seasonal yeast onto that peanut butter. Wait, this is good. We should do this to Jeremy.
Wait, and then you can just hug him back when you're covered in peanut butter.
Yeah. Seasonal yeast is so good. Wait, seasonal yeast? Nutritional yeast?
Well, I don't know. Same thing, isn't it?
Seasonal yeast doesn't sound very appealing, to be honest. I've never had it, though.
I'm like, who calls it seasonal yeast?
Well, it's because it's meant to be seasoning. It's not meant to be used as a bread leavener or whatever you call it.
Okay, my mom, though, she once made mac and yeast.
Mac and yeast? You mean... What?
Yeah, so you use the yeast, like the nutritional yeast instead of cheese, because it's supposed to be some form of cheese replacement. And she thought we'd try it out. My family's all lactose intolerant, and yeah, it doesn't taste like mac and cheese. That's for sure.
Oh, that's right, because you're Asian.
Yeah, most Asians tend to be lactose intolerant.
That is a common thing. But yeast flakes can be used for other things, but you're right, it does taste pretty good as seasoning on things.
Alright, so let's continue with your list.
Okay, well... So number 2 is he has to have 4 creams in his Tim Hortons hot chocolate because it's too hot. And I thought, to me, it considers, like, pansy.
Why didn't you just, like, wait for it, like, to cool down or something?
I think it's the pressure of knowing that when you're getting hot chocolate with someone...
Why add that many creams?
You kind of want to finish at the same time. Well, all I know is 4 creams. You don't need 4 creams to cool that down. It's already cold. It's Tim Hortons.
That's a lot of creams.
Yeah.
So in this case, he's a pansy because presumably he has to finish the hot chocolate at the same time as the other person instead of just, being his own person and finishing it when he wants to.
But who knows? It could have
just having
taken
it for a while.
a long time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, he could have just had it for a while. Yeah, four creams. That's pretty good. I mean, you might as well just have a cold chocolate.
Yeah,
But also, like,
ask
think
for
about when you get a Tim Hortons hot chocolate. It's not that hot ever, and it also gets cold pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like, it will cool down within, like, at least, like, 5 minutes or something.
so I thought that merited being number 2. Yeah.
I mean, at least he didn't put an ice cube in it.
Oh, yeah, if you put an ice cube in it, that'd be pretty bad.
That would be... I should try that out. So that, I still think Fish Scales wins, though. That one makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, your list is only 2
No.
long?
I'm backtracking.
Okay,
I'm re-summarizing the list so we can't forget what a pansy Jeremy may be,
All right, yeah.
depending on what you think.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty good, too.
Okay, this is not true because I know that Jeremy has eaten Chinese food, but okay, to be fair, there are some things that smell really bad, but he has
durian.
a low, like, smell tolerance for Asian foods. Very low.
He has...
Lower than the average.
Yeah, no, he has a very low tolerance for new foods.
Yeah,
Which-
and I feel
okay,
like that is classified as a level 1 pansy at least.
I'd agree. But then we talked about this before, that he tries new foods all the time
Yes, that's
now.
the thing. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. He is now trying new foods, but I think that's because before he was such a pansy, and we were saying, Jeremy, you're such a pansy, just because he prides himself on trying new things, right?
I do think it's pretty
But-
awesome that he is now trying. But yeah, I agree with
Yes.
you. I agree with you.
In the food world, I don't know, what would he eat? He would eat just pasta,
Spinach, raw spinach.
yeah, raw spinach, some bread or bagels, and like that's pretty much it.
I mean, also, to be
And
fair,
his lemon pepper chicken.
he grew up in, like, the farmer life, right? Where it's just, like, steak and potato every day.
Yeah, in Saskatchewan. Yeah, so he was pretty he was in
The
I don't know, I
the
want to
no
say like
mango
hick
life.
country, but the no mango
The
life.
no
yeah.
mango life.
Well, okay,
Ugh.
he likes mangoes too.
Mangoes are great. My goodness.
Mangoes are great.
They're on sale right now too. Holy smokes.
Ooh. How much are they in Canada?
It
How much is
depends
one
where you
mango?
go. Like, you can get them as cheap as 99 cents a mango, but that's rare. That has to be mangoes.
Okay,
peak
what's
season.
the average?
You can get them for 2 for $5. I know these things
2
because
for
I
$5,
buy
like
so many
$2.50.
mangoes. Yeah. pretty much.
And what's the more expensive mango?
I don't normally I try not to look at good fruits when I can't buy them. So it's too sad. It's too sad that I can't.
Yeah, so in Japan, mangoes are pretty darn expensive. They're like one mango's like $6 American.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Um.
Sometimes they're on sale. Like, you know, when they get ripe,
Mhm.
they'll put them on sale, and maybe it'll be $3 or $4 American dollars.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard, or I guess more so Troy than Stefan, but have you heard of Bubble Queen? It's in Vancouver.
Bubble Clean.
Mhm.
No.
So it's a place that makes bubble teas that are slushed, and you can get one with fresh mango filled in the lid. So they cut mango up and they put it in the lid of the bubble tea, and then they make the bubble tea and flip the lid on top. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it is incredible. It's so good. I can't describe it. So if you ever go in that area, you should definitely check it out because it's delicious.
Where in Vancouver?
I think it's in the Richmond area. I only went
Richmond.
once, and I went with my friend. Mind
Okay,
blowing.
okay.
Very good. But yeah, that was the peak of my mango experience. Was that one? But
Fresh mango's
expanding
really
on
good.
that list, because I thought that this was okay. It's related to the other one a little bit, but I thought it should be in its own category. It is that he cannot eat bok choy.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But bok
right?
choy is so good.
I know. Like,
Yeah, but Troy, you're Asian. That's like...
That's irrelevant.
That's a given.
That's irrelevant.
What's a...
yeah. But like, Stefan, don't you like it?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're
I
not
mean-
Asian, so there you go. We have a large enough sample size of one.
Sample size 1. Good enough.
Mm-hmm.
100% of white people like bok choy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
So that was, I thought it kind of extended off of the can't smell new foods or take new foods.
Well,
slash
bok choy
try
doesn't
food.
even really smell.
Yeah,
does
it's
it?
like It's like any other green veggie, really.
Oh
In my
yeah,
opinion.
see, I guess it was proportional of like retaliation. But I remember because I made those bok choy cookies, and in return, I got a ketchup cake.
Okay, that is very proportional. I'll
Yeah,
give that
that
to
one
him.
that was a
That
fair.
one-
That was totally fair. And the
That was a
tuxedo
fair
cake,
trade-off.
100% made up for it. That was a great cake.
Oh yeah, that was fun making those.
Yeah,
Actually.
but I should have started this podcast out by explaining that I am female. Did you know that at work, this is like a weak story, but at work I get that all the time where clients come in and think that I am male because of my name all the time.
Oh right, because of Devon.
I grew up with that.
Yeah.
Like, all the time. I got put on a male soccer team because of my name, and when I changed schools in grade 5, I got a blue name tag.
I mean, blue can be.
I do like blue. I was going to say,
It's
it could,
anyone's
it could be
color.
anyone's
Anyone's
color.
color,
It
yeah.
was. But I was brand new, and no one else had a blue name tag. Except for me and
mean-
all the other males in my class.
It is, to be fair, you were the only female I've ever met named Devon. But now
Yeah,
that I think about it, like, I see it
That's
more and
pretty
more
fair.
as a kind of androgynous name. Like,
I
makes more sense to me now that I know you.
I know probably 3 male Devons, like, that I actually know and can talk to, and then 1 female Devon that I went to school with, like, a long, long time ago. But yeah, it's pretty rare. I get it often.
So I thought that you were gonna say that, like, when people see you at work, they
Oh.
think, "Oh, she's a male."
Oh, that would be a hard day. No, but I had one client, she laughed quite loudly, and she was like, this whole time...
when she saw you.
Yeah, because she was like, this whole time I thought I've been emailing, like, a tall, white male, which I think is really funny, because my last name is not, like, a Caucasian last
Yeah.
name, but that's okay. But it does happen quite often. Like, more than I'd like to admit nowadays.
That could be a decent question, though. Do you know why your parents decided to name you Devon?
Yeah, I actually do. My parents actually knew a female Devon, and they really liked the name, so they always thought it was more of a female name. And so when the first time that I guess the confusion came up, they were like, "Oh, we never really thought of it as could be like a male's name," and I was like, "Yes, it really is." But they knew someone and they liked the name, so that's how I got my name. Also, my dad's name is Derek, and I always think that he just wanted a child with a D name. a D
Good that
first
you didn't
initial
stop
name.
after the D there,
I
yeah.
know.
No, I've done this before in my class where we work on the alphabet with the young kids, right?
Mhm.
So I have a game where they have to match the letters,
Mhm.
and so I'm handing out the letters, like, okay, so you get A, you get B, you get C, and you get I think I said you get the D by accident, and I was like, oh man, at least I'm the only one who understood that.
And you just continue on like normal.
Yep, nobody knows, nobody's the wiser. Just like when I got mad at that one kid.
It's like when you tell your kids to shut up.
I feel like that happens sometimes, and you just own it. Even when people understand what you're saying. It's like, I'm just gonna go with it.
That's when you wink slyly at them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man. So-
can't wink.
You can't
That
wink?
What? You
Yeah.
can't...
I don't know. I have no control over my eyes.
I mean, I feel I can't wink very well either, but
You know what, Troy? Maybe it's an Asian thing.
Maybe.
We don't have, or like enough.
we don't have great control over our eye muscles.
Your eyelid muscle. Like when I say, Troy, open your eyes wide.
And all that happens is that my eyebrows get raised.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah,
Your
yeah.
eyes stay the same slit. Actually, so going back to this, people thinking that you're a boy
Yes. by name.
by name, right? So
Maybe in person. I don't know. They just don't tell me.
one of my coworkers, it's a little bit hard when you first come to Japan, learning all these Japanese names. Like, there's no way of telling if it's a boy name or a girl name because this is just a social construct, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for him, because he's English, he's actually from Canada, he had a student who is an elementary student, I think maybe 10 years old, and he didn't know that this person looked, like they could have been, they looked, I don't know, what do you call
Androgynous?
it? Androgynous. They looked androgynous.
Yeah.
He was doing, the topic of the month was, whose pen is this? It's his pen, or it's her pen.
No.
He was doing an example, and he was like, so he put the pen down in front of this person, because he says he really likes this student. This student is very talkative, and they get along really well, so he's kind of buddy with them. He always just assumed, like, this person was a boy. So he puts the pen down, and he's like...
I feel like tone of voice is a hard thing to judge by.
Well, they're about 10 years old, right?
Oh, okay,
so they haven't hit puberty or anything. So he's like, so whose pen is this? And the person next to him is like, it's her pen. And he's like, boop boop. Who, like, is it a he or a her? And then the student just looks at my friend and just shakes her head. And he's like, oh, okay. But so the thing is that he basically just owned that. And he just kind of went along with it. And he's like, oh yeah, it's her pen. Yeah, so like you said, Devon, even when they understand,
yeah,
he just kind of owned it and
just gotta own it.
Kept
pretend
going.
Like it was meant to be, meant to happen.
Pretend like it didn't really happen yet.
Yeah, I feel like it's really common these days to see. Well, really, a name can be anyone's, but a lot of kids. Just because sometimes I sub for dance classes with a lot of younger kids, and seeing some of the names that parents choose now, there's a lot of names that used to be a little bit more common for males to be now female names, or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this case, this name, we found out later that this name is a female name in Japan. But my friend didn't know that because he doesn't speak Japanese, so he's not used to these names being male or female. It's just a Japanese name to him.
Yeah, fair. That's very fair. That's true. That's funny, though. Just own it. That's the way you gotta do it.
So anything else on the list?
I tried. I actually did try to think of other things. I couldn't think of the long list. I feel like Jeremy also like, he's pretty adventurous these days, too, so I can't say that's not like he's trying new things. He's in Europe, for crying out loud.
That's what I was saying earlier, is that if you call Jeremy out on something, he'll purposely go and do it.
I know, which makes it so hard.
Like evidence, earlier when you said he wouldn't hug you, and then you called him out on it, and then he started hugging you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no, but I called him out on the fish gills, guys, and he still did not touch the fish gills. So,
all right, so
there we go.
He's definitely a fish pansy.
Yeah, that's my number one. That will be my number one piece of evidence, is that Jeremy can't touch fish gills. Yeah, and that's something that he could. It's not like he has a problem and can't touch them, or like gets hives from it. He could touch the fish gills. He just really does not like them and does not want to.
So now that we've fully established that Jeremy is a pansy, even though he is exiting pansyhood, he's getting to the point where he's almost graduated from it.
But
Devon,
once a
you
pansy,
should give us
always
a
a
little.
pansy. Sorry, keep going.
Well, I mean that is debatable. I'm sure
we'll debate that later on somewhere.
But Devon, you should give us a little rundown on your life. Give us your life story.
Yeah, like
my life story.
Yeah,
like who exactly are you? What do you do? That kind of stuff.
I mean, I hear that you just graduated.
I did. So I just graduated, actually from the same program as Jeremy, but he's not coming to our convocation.
What a pansy!
I know, right? And I work. Yep, that's a thing.
What do you do for work?
Actually, I work as a kinesiologist in town. So I get to work with people, which is lots of fun. But exciting, I'm moving to Vancouver in the fall.
What are you going to do in Vancouver? Why are you moving to Vancouver?
I got into physio school.
Ooh.
So I'll be...
So UBC, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been incredibly hard to find housing.
I bet.
Oh, really?
I might be spending my next few years just living in a car. Who knows? We'll see. But
get a van.
Yeah, just park it on campus,
take out the
right?
Seats.
A white one.
Yeah. Take it.
Yeah.
Well, you can park it in a Walmart. Yeah.
Park it in a Walmart. That's safe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
Park it in a Denny's
that's
parking
kind of
lot.
what's happening these days. I feel like I have a lot of free time, so It's nice to kind of catch up on doing
I guess we should
different things.
specify not in the Walmart, in the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
Troy, you should come climbing sometime.
I suck at climbing.
Do you?
That's why you should go.
Super weak upper body
That's why you
strength
should
and
come.
whatnot.
Yeah, I think we're gonna climb a bit.
There's another thing. Punch those clays till you get thick-ass forearms and wrists, and then you can climb
I think those would
good.
hamper your
I feel like
ability
that would
to
weigh
climb.
you down. Like, if my wrists were as thick as my thighs and I was trying to hang onto a wall, like, I feel like my gravity would just take that sucker off the wall. I'd be down.
That or like
You're not that
your
heavy,
wrist
Devon.
would get in the way of you trying to get a grab on something.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not that heavy, but if I had thigh arms, then yeah, I would be pretty heavy.
Okay, maybe we'll just say as thick as your calves then. No, wait, as thick as Jeremy's calves. Wait,
Or just
that's
swap
way
the
too
anatomy.
skinny.
Your thighs and calves
Oh, that big.
become as
Jeremy
thick as your
made us measure our
arms.
calves. I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, because what was it? You said that his calves were smaller than yours or something?
Yeah.
So then he had to measure his calves. Are they bigger than yours?
I know the answer.
So they are bigger. But this is the point. Jeremy's calves are that skinny that. Well, Devon, give us a little perspective here. How tall are you?
5'1" and a bit.
One and a bit.
One and a
What?
bit. Okay, I think I'm 5'2", but apparently when we did some Lab Wars thing earlier this semester, I am 5'1" and a bit.
So Jeremy is 6 feet. Devon's 5'2" or 5'1" and a bit.
Oh yeah, and our calves
And-
are okay. They're pretty close to the same size, which I
They're
don't know if that's
pretty
a good
much
thing
the same
on my
size, so
part
that's
or
another
bad
reason
part
why Jeremy's a
thing.
pansy.
Because he has smaller calves.
Well, no, because that's something he can't really control. But yeah.
No,
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure
It
he
doesn't
did
matter
have
if he
smaller
can't
calves.
control it or not.
Also, he can control it. I feel like that's why people do the
You could do
Stairmaster.
calf raises all day.
Stairmaster every day, all day, every day.
Call him out and he'll just start doing
Stairmaster.
calf raises.
He's gonna
Oh my
come
gosh.
back from Europe after he hears this, and he will have calves as thick as his thighs.
Massive calves.
That'll be so weird.
He'll have tree
Just,
trunk
like,
legs.
Yeah, to have legs that are just as thick as at the top as they are at the bottom, that would be very weird.
Oh, Stefan, I took swing too. That was pretty fun. I took that a few months ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you found any swing dancing in Japan or anything like that?
I have found there's actually quite a bit of salsa,
Oh, that'd be fun.
but there is one swing group that I've found that it only goes once a month. So it's kind of difficult, especially since I usually work.
Yeah. I feel like you'd be really good at salsa.
Why is that?
I feel like, okay, actually, because
I mean, I can hold a rose in my mouth.
No, but I also remember, having a conversation about, like, isolating your hips or being able to move your hips, and you actually were fine at that. And I feel like that's a key thing in salsa. So, pick it up.
Get the hips going.
Yeah, get the hips going, put the rose in your mouth, and you're golden.
Well, maybe I should try that then.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm proud to announce to both of you who are swimmers that I can now breathe on my right side when I swim. So I can breathe on both sides. And that's all thanks to you, Stefan, because that was actually you who trained me.
What? That was so long ago that I
Yeah,
was
you
working
know what?
with you.
It took a really long time to get it, okay?
It's tough.
Yeah.
So you never worked with anyone else after that?
Well, I went swimming with my friend, and she was like, you should just keep trying it. Because I wanted to, when I go swimming, I only swim on the one side, because I gave up.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized, because she wanted to go, like, quicker, she wanted to go as fast as we could there and then slow back. And then I realized the faster I swim, it's so easy to breathe on both sides because you're so high on the water.
Ah,
And
yes,
so-
because then you're not sinking.
Yeah, and then I realized how efficient it is. So now I always swim breathing on both sides. And I'm pretty stoked.
Nice.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I
That's-
had that problem.
It's
too, when I
hard.
was swimming competitively. I always breathed on my right side, and every coach I ever had always tried to fix it, and it just never worked because I was way too comfortable
It was
breathing
really
on my
uncom-
right.
Yeah, it was just uncomfortable.
Because you kept giving up. It's because you kept giving up, Troy. You should take lessons from Devon.
Yeah, you could do Stefan's breathing drills.
So, Devon,
yeah.
now that you can breathe on both sides, you should join us for the 400 that we're going to swim in 10 years.
Pardon?
So, because we're all retiring from swimming,
Okay.
Jeremy made this group on Facebook. There are a couple of us, and we're going to swim a 400 meters freestyle in 10 years.
Is it in year, like, what, 2030?
Yeah, or something
No,
like that.
it's
Or, like,
I don't know.
20,
Is
it started
27?
2 years ago, so it's in 8 years.
Oh, yeah, so it's 8 years from now, yes. So
I'm pretty
Devon,
sure
you have
in
8 years.
2030 there's, like, some form of dance battle, because he also made some event that there's a dance battle going on in a few years.
Yeah, I think he's given himself 10 years for a lot of these things.
Yeah. Well, then I can do 10 years. I'm in.
Oh, excellent. This is going to be great.
I shouldn't have said that one. I'll
I
keep
look forward
practicing.
We're going to add you to the Facebook group.
Oh, you can forget I said that. It's different. You guys actually swam. I can probably go a length. and then
No,
I can
it's on the pod now. It's in stone.
It's
Yeah.
The pod is everything.
The pod becomes law.
Yeah.
Except for when I start going to exercise.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, Troy.
Troy. If I'm training up for this 400 in 10 years, you gotta get your butt in gear and start doing something too.
I mean, I've been running, but that's about it.
You should take your kittens for a run.
Yeah. Tie them to a leash and drag them around the block.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I do prefer dogs, but those poor kittens.
We should
Yeah,
probably start wrapping this up.
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
okay.
Time
Yeah,
to-
Troy's got to go do some raiding on WoW or something.
Yeah.
Is that actually why you have to go?
Yeah.
What a pansy, right?
Tuesday,
My
Wednesday,
Troy,
Thursday,
no.
gosh,
6 to
no.
9.
That's not even a pansy. That's just me shaking my head, Troy.
It's commitment.
Yeah, Troy, do you hear that?
Yeah, can you hear me shaking my head?
Yeah.
I haven't
I
heard
can
that
hear it.
saying in so long.
All right, Devon, thank you very much for coming on the cast.
Thanks for asking me to chat with you. I haven't talked to you guys for a while.
It was great having you on, discussing Jeremy's pansiness.
Yeah, I feel like that was the hot topic of the pod.
Yeah, next one, Jeremy's going to come back on, and he's going to probably want to refute all this.
He's going to want to, but just remember, guys, he cannot touch fish gills. That's something to remember. Let that sit in your head. Anything he tells you, just remember that he had to hold a fish horizontally. Yeah. I've got picture
Like a
proof.
baby.
I've got picture proof.
Oh, nice. We should post that on Facebook, on the Facebook group, or the Facebook page.
My
We should post that on
All of our
Chain
social media.
Facebook. All the social media, yeah.
yeah, guys, I'd still like to be standing.
Troy, you should let us know where we can access that.
Find our social media at Off the Chain Podcast, I believe, on Twitter.
You don't even know you're on Twitter? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm getting Troy to say it.
Troy, you gotta
I've been-
sell it here.
I've been kind of working on it.
Do you guys have a Facebook page?
So yeah, Off the Chain Pod on Twitter, or Off the Chain on Facebook. Off the Chain Facebook page should be out shortly. Just doing some more edits and it'll be up and ready for everyone.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for having me.
All right, yeah. So Devon, you can take us out.
Do you say, now we're off the chain?
Perfect.
Is that it?
Perfect. That is it. All right.